Why buy squishies when you can make them yourself at home with ingredients you already have? That's why today, I'm going to test the most viral DIY squishy recipes to see if they really work. And you guys, subscribe and a like, because every 1,000 likes means an extra DIY recipe in the next episode. Now, let's check out the first DIY. Okay, do this if you're bored. Okay, so we have a dumpling wrapper. Hey, you can tell right away that this is it. A transparent balloon, a rubber band. Okay, and we're pouring water and glitter in here. Alright, this is the easiest recipe ever, and we only need a few ingredients. So let's do it. To make this recipe, we need a balloon, a ruler, a pencil, a marker, some tape, a bit of water, and preferably some glitter, just a regular rubber band. And, of course, a sheet of paper. And we'll see if we can make a dumpling like the one I have here, for example. Or at least something similar. Okay, that girl started with the packaging. So we'll make the packaging first. We need to make some strips on the sheet of paper. I'll make them 1.5 centimeters wide, but you can also make them 1 centimeter, that's fine. Alright, hey, pro tip, it's better to measure it in centimeters because that makes it much easier and faster. And our strips too, we can actually make them 10 centimeters long. We take scissors and cut out the strips. Hey, honestly, this is super relaxing. I really like this activity. Even with a squishy, it's still fun to make your own squishy like this, by hand, because for example, you can choose, I don't know, a blue sheet or some other color, and you have your own custom squishy. Now, we cut out each strip separately, and we'll get these thin little strips. I don't cut the last piece completely, making it easier to weave the strips together. Trust me, this is a good tip. At this point, we have individual strips in our board. We need to place it on our table, take a strip, and just start weaving. Hey, this is really enjoyable. Let me tell you, if I can do it, then everyone can do it. This is how our little basket looks. As you can see, in some places you can see the pencil marks on mine. Personally, it doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you, remember to use a pencil and not a pen, because then you could erase it. Make sure that everything is done correctly here. And if it is, then you take the tape. And this is so that nothing shifts and so we can easily cut it out later. Okay, one more layer. Okay, I got it. Mine looks more or less like this. Now it's a bit waterproof. We take the tape and trace a round circle. The girl from the video used the inner circle here. But I think I can do it on the outside. Should I do it on the outside? It will be bigger. I think it will work. Well, it will go a bit outside the tape, but that's fine. We can always fix it. And I'm tracing around it. We're making a beautiful circle. Well, it went a bit outside the tape. And this will be the size of our box. Let's compare it with the original one. Hey, it's literally perfect. We're going right along the circle. And this is our lid. It's starting to take shape. We take the circle and trace it onto a piece of paper. It's best to use a pencil. We cut out the second circle. We already have the bottom of our package, and also the top of our package. Now it's time for the side. Let's check how tall a regular package like this is. We'll use that as our base. It's about 4.5 centimeters, so I think that will be a good height. Let's cut it out, and then cut it in half. Why in half?
Because you need one for the bottom and one for the top.
Oh, right.
See, I'm careful, really careful.
I'll be honest with you. You impressed me just now. But look, this lid is a bit smaller than the container. So since we have 4.5, maybe we can make 2, for example. And over there, it will be a little bigger. This episode is good. Because, for example, when I'm doing this now, I really have to focus. That girl's video has really quick cuts. And I'm showing you this calmly. And you can see what problems I have. And I'm solving them so you won't have them anymore. We made them a bit long. I know that. But I prefer to shorten them later, rather than find out they're too short. Because, with pieces that are too short, there's nothing you can do. You would have to cut them out all over again.
Alright, look. We need more tape. Alright, now cut that tape.
There's something you don't know about Philippek. He used to go to all kinds of arts and crafts classes when he was a kid, like pottery. He painted pictures. He used to win competitions, so he's talented with his hands.
Give it to me. You know nothing about DIY.
But you're blocking me. Well,
you're not important here.
The dumpling is what matters. This wall is crooked because you pulled it out wrong, Philippek. You ruined it for me. No. Yes, you did. You wouldn't have done that. No.
She wouldn't have even done it.
You ruined it for me.
You wouldn't have even done it.
Haha. I promise you I'll do it nicely.
The truth is, she has her own problems.
All right. But, excuse me, can we not roast me here? I'm trying to focus and do this the best I can, so the viewers can see it the way it's supposed to be.
No, really, it's nice, rarely.
Thanks. All right, we have the lid. And for this lid, we still need this little thing here. For taking it out, I would do it like this. You just take it. You make it like this.
No, that's awesome. Look.
And it collapses. Viewers, would you recognize it? The original DIY version. Well, me neither. Me neither. Okay, but since we have the packaging, what else do we need? The contents. Now, we need a balloon. We need to cut off its top. Yes, we're definitely cutting off the top. This one here. I have a balloon that has these little bits inside. You don't need this exact one. A regular colored balloon works too. And we wrap it with a rubber band. Only you have this part here, right? And she tied it with a rubber band. Oh, like this. And she pulled the balloon through itself. That will be hard to do. See?
Hey, it worked.
Hey, that's really smart.
No, that's it.
All right, now it's proper. And now we flip the balloon. It's hard, but it can be done. Now that we have the balloon, we need to pour water into it. And you can either put it on the bottle's neck or just do it like this and pour the water in. So now our task is to put the balloon on the bottle's neck. It should look more or less like this. It's pouring in. Hey, but it's going to be so small then.
They're making a 4 here.
But I'm doing it realistically. You know, I'm a newbie. All right, I'll take this one. Pink glitter. It's going in. I put a bit too much of it. But what does it matter? It's so tiny anyway. But it's a real dud, honestly. In that case.
That's exactly how they do DIYs on TikTok, and they scam people.
I would have to blow it up. And pour in, for example, some glue here.
But you can't really do it.
Or not use water. Just glue that would somehow stretch the balloon. Well, I don't know, but some other lady did it right. But I don't know what's wrong here. Which step is missing? Now you just have to wrap it.
Well, it's exactly the same as on TikTok. Exactly the same. Just go ahead and draw a face on it too.
Remember to dry it off. Otherwise, I don't think you'll be able to draw the face. And the marker. But listen, the top looks really nice. Right? The top part. We have to do it. Since this is DIY, we need to see if it even works. But size-wise, it's really tiny. But the girl got exactly the same result. So I don't feel guilty. Let's check now if it works. If it does, then everything is fine. If not, I'll be covered in water and glitter. And it works.
No, it works and everything looks exactly how you wanted.
Hey, look how pretty it is. You squish it like a dumpling. My marker smudged a little, but maybe I should use a different marker then. A permanent one. Because this one is for whiteboards. But overall, I'm satisfied. Okay, let's clean up and do a comparison. Okay, reveal time.
Two.
They behave very similarly. When you squish them, when you squeeze them, and the tip holds together. I think so. It's really nice to squeeze. It turned out small. I don't know if that's my fault, or if that's just how it turned out for that lady too. So I guess that's just the recipe. The packaging from this recipe is cool. Ours closes like this. I think that's actually nice too. That one side just overlaps the other like that. And we have this kind of packaging on our shelf. 2 out of 5 stars. And that's being generous. What is the most popular and most sought-after squishy in the world? Nido. And it comes in different variations. However, the most popular one is the Nido cube. That's why I found a recipe where we'll see how to make homemade Nido. Since it's very hard to buy in Poland, we'll make it ourselves at home. This is Nido. Here we have potato starch, shower gel. These are really basic ingredients. Okay, you need to get a good consistency. So if it's too runny, add more liquid. Shower gel, sorry. And we mix. Okay, this looks bad, but maybe it'll get better in a moment. Okay, and you've made us this kind of modeling clay. Interesting. And we need to make a ball out of it. And then put it in plastic wrap. Tie it with a rubber band. Okay, and just... Oh, no, we have to make it work. We have to make it work. There's no other option. A bowl, plastic wrap, shower gel, potato starch. And here we go. It has to be potato starch or starch, just like it says here. Otherwise, it won't work. Just like with non-Newtonian fluid. Maybe some of you have already made it at school. Philip, have you made it? Yes. Right. That's why it works. First, potato starch. Okay, that's enough. Because it's dry and we'll run out of gel later. And what proportions? It wasn't written. They didn't say, so it's all about experimenting. It's all trial and error. I suggest starting with a smaller amount, because however much flour you have, you'll need to use the same amount of shower gel. And remember, if you have any runny shower gel, don't use it on the squishy. No, that's not a good idea. Okay, I'm adding it. Oh. And it's really weird. All right, I'm mixing. I think we nailed it on the first try. I've seen people cut open Nido, and this is exactly what it looks like. Honestly, just this alone is so satisfying. Super delicate, super soft. If it's too crumbly, add more gel. And if it's too runny, add more flour. In short, I think we've got it here. But you know what I'd add? I've got some food coloring. Just literally 3 drops. We'll see what we can do, so that it's a nice color too. Kakita turned out well. Hey, no, it's not that bad. I like it. It even smells nice. It's kind of like cake. And it has a nice texture. It's pretty firm. Okay, I'll wash my hands and be right back. Now, we need to take some plastic wrap. Now, gather everything in one place. Make it look like a ponytail. All right, something like this. Oh no, it slipped away from me. And now I think a rubber band. Remember to cut yourself a bigger piece of foil. And don't struggle with it like I did. All right, now we cut off the tail. Hey. This is cool. This is really awesome. Easy to make. Very easy. With ingredients you have at home. And it really has a Nido-like texture. Hey, this is a really nice recipe. It bounces back. Honestly, after that dumping that didn't work out, I'm really glad this one did. And it turned out great. So let's see if recipe number 3 will work. By the way, I recently got a gift from my viewers. And on one of the envelopes, it said I should open it during the episode. Open it on camera. And just by touching it, it felt like there was something DIY inside. But I don't know for sure. Ah. How cute! Squishmallows! Hey, okay, we have a mystery box. Pick a puppy from Carolina. Okay, we have Loco, Hot, Baba, Hehehehe, Anan, Lop, or Water. Hey, I'd like Water. And Hot is a secret, right? Hey, then I'd like Hot. Hey, I think this is Hot. This is the secret one. Hey, look, this is literally a DIY squishy. Hey, cool. I think there's cotton or something like that inside. And I have a DIY puppy. And here is also some correspondence. But I'll read it later. If you don't mind, in private. And by the way, I also got this necklace. I won't wear it today because I'm wearing a microphone, which would cause rustling. Thank you, and shout out to the viewers who gave me this gift. Hey, this is fan art. Oh, thank you. I really like it. I'll have it in my room. Another very popular squishy is the Kaba squishy. And if you don't know what that is, it's a type of squishy that's sticky, like this little cat here. On one side, there's nothing inside. It's just a simple stress ball. I really like this kind of squishy, and I didn't know if we could make them at home. So let's check out the recipe and make them ourselves. All right, we have glue.
That's enough. Don't use too much of it.
We can't use too much of it. We have dye and glitter.
Click the like button if you like the color pink. It looks just as beautiful as it does now. Time to activate it with our slime activator. You can also use laundry detergent or contact lens solution.
And that's exactly what we're going to use, viewers. Laundry detergent, just regular liquid laundry detergent. And in a few minutes, this is supposed to turn into that. I'm not sure how that's possible, but we'll see. She doesn't say how much to use. And she had white glue. I have clear glue, which is supposedly meant for making slime. I also have regular glue. Let's add it like she did. Alright.
This episode should be called Squishy in the South.
Hey, but most of these recipes don't say how much of each ingredient to use. That's a fact. So, I experiment. Same here. I don't have that Lysol. I only have laundry detergent. Because I wanted to show you ways so you could make this at home. Alright, I'll just add a little. Okay. I'd say about a teaspoon. A little bit of this. I'd like it to be, pink, but a light pastel glitter. Alright, I think it's mixed. Okay. She waits a few minutes for it to set. It turned out that all our ingredients are wrong, because this glue doesn't have any PVA, and you won't be able to make slime from it. So it's best to have special glue for making squishies. We have a new bowl. Glue. We should use regular fabric softener, but we only have one for delicate fabrics, so it didn't work. I added more of our liquid, but I'm afraid that this Lysol just has to be used here. I think Lysol is some kind of detergent, but I'm not familiar with it. I don't know what it's for. Let's leave it for a few minutes. We'll see if it works. DIY squishy bottle. Is this paint? Thanks for watching. Okay, let's close it. And that's it. Guys, this is the easiest squishy you can make. There isn't an easier one. It doesn't exist. You just need a bottle. It's important that the plastic is as thin as it is here. Soap and dye or glitter, whichever you prefer. I'll use both. Hey, maybe glitter glue, so it's like... We'll use this. Hey, that's it. That chicken soup with little dumplings. If this ends up looking the best, I just can't anymore, Alright, that's enough. So it doesn't turn out, all Shrek-like and swampy. And she took the air out of it. Feedback is here. It might seem like I'm messing with you, but this is actually cool. Alright, I know how this looks. But it's really cool.
Dad, who are you trying to visit?
Not me, I'm telling the truth.
Squeezing slime, that's fun. You can squeeze slime and they help.
Alright, but you see, there is a DIY genius after all, right?
Alright, now show if that bath bomb turned out well, because that's already a hit, isn't it?
Moment of truth. Yuck. This is disgusting. This is slime. No, it's not even slime. The lady just said that a cleaner can be used as a substitute. It's not. It doesn't work without it. This will be my beloved squishy flop. I promise. I'm putting this into the balloon. Okay, the only thing we could do with this was this. Alright, honestly, this is cool. Such a bump. Well, that's the only thing we could do with it, right? And it has this little bump here for some reason. That was intentional. As you can see, not every recipe from TikTok is legit. Today we tested them, and it turned out the way it did. But at least we have 2 that worked, 3 squishies, and this bottle. And here you can see another video with squishies. Be sure to click on it. And if you want me to make another DIY video, write DIY in the comments. See you!